So I turned 25 today. Thank you. I know. It's a big one. Quarter century, entering my late 20s now, and I thought this would be a good opportunity to share some tips and insights that I've gathered and found useful in my 25 years on this earth, particularly pertaining to artists and creative people. To those of you who are new, or maybe you've been watching me and you don't really fucking know who I am, I'm sorry. I realize I never give context or introduce myself in any way in most of my videos. Hi, I'm Lecha. I've been working professionally as an artist, illustrator, designer for the past 4 years, and I like doing art stuff and talking about my feelings on YouTube. So hello, nice to meet you, finally. Yeah, I'm not perfect by any means. I'm not a life expert or an art expert, but I thought it would be good to just maybe share what I know so far. And a lot of these tips that I'm going to be sharing are very much things that I'm working on myself. So yeah, let's hop right in. Let's get into this bitch. Draw what you like and keep drawing what you like. I feel like that's very obvious, but try not to pay attention too much to what other people are making. Know that really leaning into what you're interested in and what you're naturally curious about is the most effective way to become a better artist and enjoy the time you spend making art than constantly looking around and wondering if you're doing the right thing. Comparison is truly the thief of joy here. I highly recommend keeping a sketchbook, but without the expectation for it to look good or be pretty. Sketchbooking is one of my favorite things in life. It's been a very nice source of joy for me. Some of my fondest memories are of, spending time in my sketchbook, and the best times in my sketchbook are definitely the times where I feel like there are no expectations and it's very low pressure. Without the weight or the pressure of trying to make your sketchbook look like final work, it really gives you the space to explore and try new things and play around, which is truly what a sketchbook is for. It's for leisure and playing. So yeah, sketchbooks are great, but no pressure, truly. Do not talk shit about yourself or your art. Even if you feel like your art is crap, don't say it. It's not helpful to you, and it's just spreading negativity, even if it's aimed at yourself. Try to talk to yourself like you would a best friend, changing this drawing that I just drew sucks to, I don't like this piece, but that's okay. I'll learn from it and I'll try again. Know that every single thing that you make is one experience and one drawing closer to reaching the skill level that you want. Buy the cheap one before you buy the expensive one, and only buy the expensive one if you really love using the cheap one. I cannot tell you how much money I've wasted just impulsively buying this new art thing that I want and then using it once or twice before it's doomed to collect dust somewhere for the rest of its life. I know new art supplies and things like that can be exciting, but try to be realistic with yourself. Playing with the cheap version first takes away the pressure to not waste this expensive material and trying to make good art because it's expensive. You know what I mean? Life is lived through phases. So with your art, try to lean into whatever phase you're in. For example, I got pretty good at drawing cars because I was trying to impress Brandon when we first started dating. Car culture and all that was cool, and I was definitely interested in exploring that, but just the concept of drawing cars was so intimidating to me, and I wouldn't touch cars or anything mechanical really with a 10-foot pole. But leaning into this new relationship and this new interest, this new budding subculture that I was becoming a part of, now I'm pretty good at drawing cars. Now I can approach them without the intimidation. Take whatever your current obsession or interest is and just run with it until you kind of move on to your next thing. Curiosity is rare and should be taken advantage of when it shows up. Draw from life. Go outside, touch some grass, draw things that you see, people you see, places you go, things you experience, things like that. Using art as an observation for life is a great way to experience the things around you and really gives you a new kind of appreciation for life. If you ever have the choice to draw from a photo or draw from life, always choose life. Self-doubt is inevitable. Acknowledge it, label it as self-doubt, and do the thing that you want to do anyways. Recognizing that the doubt that you feel is all in your head is very helpful in moving past it. It'll never be easy, but making the conscious effort to do things even though you're scared is the first step in actually moving towards your goals. The discomfort of not acting needs to be greater than the discomfort of dealing with what might happen if you fail. Get some plants. They make you happy. They make me happy. It's the little things, you know. That's to say, like, try to, if you can, try to invest in your space. Make it somewhere that you want to be, somewhere that inspires you. Just somewhere that, you know, you want to be creative in. Don't try to force yourself out of an art block. Take it as a sign to spend some time away from art so that you can come back to it afterwards with a refreshed perspective and a rested mind. Art block is a sign that you need rest and nourishment. Take it. That rest is required to continue to work towards the things that you want to work towards. It's not optional. If you don't take the rest, then eventually your body will take it for you. You are not the work that you create. Your worth is not equal to the quality of what you can make. And this is something that I'm fucking trying to get into my mind and understand myself. There is no pressure to create perfect art other than what goes on in your own head. You're the only one looking at your work under a microscope. Make things, fail, take in the lessons learned, and try again. That's all it needs to be. Think about how much time and energy you spend criticizing your own work versus how much time and energy you spend criticizing other people's work. 99% of the time, you're the only one who's picking apart your own stuff. Explore other creative avenues that inspire you. I had a little stint playing with film photography last year because I wasn't really feeling art. I took a good 4 to 5 month break from art, and that kind of just gave me the space to explore this other creative avenue that I was interested in, and it made way for some of the most cherished memories that I have in recent years. Try to remind yourself that what you contribute to the world is valuable and important, even if it seems like there's a million other artists out there doing amazing stuff. Your perspective is still unique and needed. The world can never have too much art. Even if it seems like everything's been done before, nothing's been done in your unique perspective. So try to just be authentically yourself and share it. Try changing up your scenery if you're feeling stagnant. Try putting yourself in a new situation or visiting a new place and let that change refresh your perspective. I love to travel. It's something that I really value and prioritize in my life. Whenever I go somewhere new and experience different things, I always feel so refreshed and alive coming home. Even on a smaller scale, if I'm feeling a little bit stagnant in my work, I really love going to different cafes in my city to work on things. Just that little change of atmosphere is really helpful to me. You don't need to be on social media if it's making you anxious or distracting you from being the person or artist you want to be. Try to pay attention around your social media habits and be honest with yourself about whether it's doing more harm than good. Take breaks if you need them. Social media will always be there when you're ready to go back. Let yourself be bored once in a while. See where your mind goes. Usually when I'm planning something or writing a story, I like to do it in complete silence or with some really low-key music, non-vocal jazz. Removing distractions when you're coming up with ideas is super helpful, or has been super helpful in my experience, to letting your mind expand and explore and, come up with things. If you're feeling overwhelmed or anxious, try spending time in nature. Even just going for a walk at a park in your neighborhood or something can do wonders for your stress levels. Spend lots of time outside and with friends making wonderful memories and experiences in the summer, and let yourself sleep a little longer in the winter. Try to remind yourself that it's natural to, ebb and flow and be affected by the seasons. We are animals, not machines. Be aware that everybody that you look up to is human. Know that they go through ups and downs just like you do. They have dealt with self-doubt, imposter syndrome, and failure just like you have. We all take shits. We all go to bed at night. We're all the same. Learn from others, but try not to idolize how they do things too much. It's great to draw inspiration from other people, but there is no right or wrong way to creating. Embracing your own natural process can really do lots in removing some like unneeded friction or tension that you're creating for yourself by trying to adopt somebody else's process. Nobody knows what the fuck they're doing. Trust me. There's no way to confirm whether or not what you're doing is right, other than the feeling you get in your gut, what brings you like genuine happiness and peace, and what you know deep down to your core to be true. I know that's like super obscure and vague and maybe like not very helpful, but honestly, that's all a part of being human, you know? Nobody knows what the fuck we're doing here. Nobody knows what the fuck they should be doing. So, you know, just vibe and pay attention. There are no such things as perfect conditions to start something. And this is, again, you know, something that I'm really trying to cement in my mind. You will never be as ready as you are right now to start something, except for after you've done the thing that you wanted to do and learned from it so you can do it better the time after that, and the time after that, and so on. You just need to start. Procrastination is often just you avoiding negative emotions or fears associated with a certain task. Procrastination has nothing to do with being lazy. It's overwhelm, it's fear of failure, it's perfectionism. When you feel like procrastinating a certain task, ask yourself why. Ask yourself what you're avoiding by procrastinating. That has helped me. Try to view your art practice as a lifetime journey. I remember seeing like an article or video or something that was talking about how terrible humans are at relating to our future selves. It's hard to see life as like a big picture experience because all we can really feel is right now. But when you put it into perspective, life is so long. Like, there's so much time to explore the things you want to explore, experience the things you want to experience, and reach all the goals that you set out for yourself. And there's really no rush. Act on your impulses, but don't hurt yourself or anyone else. That's the caveat. What I mean is, like, when you get the urge to do something, particularly like a creative endeavor or idea or something, just do it. Just Nike that bitch, you know? So many ideas get lost in the ether of self-doubt and overthinking. Try to just go from idea to execution very quickly. And if you want to expand on it, then take the time to like plan things out and figure out how to improve things. And my final tip from this very wise 25-year-old. I'm not wise, I'm kidding. Just try to enjoy yourself. You know, not to get philosophical on you, but we're all just kind of here on this beautiful, wonderful, floating rock in space, knowing that one day we'll all die and we'll all leave this physical life behind in whatever way you believe that happens. So yes, absolutely, do what you gotta do, participate in society, work hard for the things that you're passionate about, but also try to have some fun. You know, try to have a good time while you're here, eat good food, laugh, connect with people that you love, and just do all the shit that you want to do. That, to me, is a successful life. And that's what I strive for my life to be. I just want to enjoy myself. And so, yeah, that's all that I have. Those are my 25 tips. I hope that was, you know, insightful to you. I've really been realizing lately that, like, solicited or unsolicited, I like to give advice. I like to talk about life. I'm, you know, hopefully this is solicited because you clicked on this video. So there you go. Hope that was helpful. I never plug myself or like advocate for myself in this way, but you know, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I hate that whole saying, God. But you know, I'm prompting you to like this video, so if you want to and you liked it, then you know, you can click it. You can click that button and it helps me. It helps, you know, my channel spread. It helps me, give me motivation to like keep doing this stuff. And I make videos every week, so if you want to subscribe, you can subscribe. I do a lot of like studio vlogs and like art things and a lot of like talky stuff like this, so if you want to join us. And yeah, I'm not making money off of this at all right now. It's definitely like gonna happen someday because I'm gonna keep doing it, but the ways that you can support me right now are just by, you know, liking, following, whatever. This is my Instagram. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Again, I genuinely hope that this was helpful to you and that you can like take some of these tips and kind of run with them. So yes, that's all. Bye-bye. Okay, this plant is literally being balanced on like a tiny little thing, and it's in a glass pot. So, you know, if it does fall, RIP, it'll probably break. But we do what we have to do for the shot, for the set. Okay, what am I doing?